भैया जी सरकार भी बिना लिए कछु देती नहीं है। तुम एक चीज तो दे सकते हो, अपनी जान दे दो सरकार को।
Well, this film is really less about the media as far as I'm concerned. It's more about the growing divide between urban and rural India, and how as a society we are concentrating all our wealth, our resources and our thoughts on cities. And as a result, villages in India are not life-sustaining in the same manner as, you know, facilities in cities are.
हमें देंगे जान। अरे कह दिया ना कि हम देंगे जान। बड़ा है जान देने वाला। नहीं भैया हम ही देंगे जान। पक्का?
The reason I'm making this film is because I just love the script. When I read the script, I found it funny and heartbreaking at the same time. And also very sensitizing. I mean, for someone like me who's lived all his life in a large city. And I think it's a very important film. I think what Anusha as a writer and director is trying to say is something that's really important. I would expect this film to be a window into life in rural India. And also a film that connects with people across the globe. No matter which part of the world you live in, people who are less privileged, you find that society doesn't really think so much about the less privileged. I think Anusha, who's the director, and Mahmood, who's a co-director and casting director, have done a wonderful job on the casting. And so when I watch the film, and I've been acting for more than 20 years now, I find that most of the performances are, you know, better than anything that I've ever done. Things back home in India are changing, and what was until some years back understood as mainstream Indian cinema, or the formula for mainstream Indian cinema, doesn't exist anymore. And you have younger and different voices coming in. Audiences are changing. I think audiences are much more open today than they were 10 years ago. For the last 20 years, I've been part of films which often have not been considered mainstream until they've released and the films have done well. So I've constantly been part of films which are breaking the mold of what is commonly understood as mainstream. The plan with me is what it has been all along, is that I do films that I believe in. I do films that I'm excited by, stories that move me and touch me, are films that I want to be part of. And that's what I'd like to do. That's what I'd like to continue to do.